Hello and welcome back to the horror of video games. Today I'm talking about elevators in horror games. Now you may have noticed in horror films or horror games that elevators feature in these games and films quite often. Actually, the most famous example I can think of is in Aliens, when Ripley is waiting for the elevator and she's screaming and she's hitting the button and the alien queen's coming to get her and she's waiting for the elevator. Where does this come from? Where does this game mechanic come from? We're waiting for an elevator. This happens in Resident Evil 4 when the big kind of monster's trying to kill you and it's attacking you from the ceiling and you're waiting for the elevator, which seems to take forever, like 4 or 5 minutes long. And you get in the elevator and there's a huge sense of relief. And I just wonder why this idea is recycled in so many horror games. I mean, let's just go through them. So System Shock 2 is based around an elevator. I think there's two elevators in Resident Evil Remake. There's an elevator in Resident Evil 4. There's an elevator in Cry of Fear. There's elevators in Alien Isolation. I'm just trying to think now, how many games have I played which feature elevators in them? Now, it probably means nothing, but maybe I'm just rambling, but what does it mean having these elevators and you press the button and then you have to wait as a game mechanic? What do the elevators generate in people? And I just think to myself, this follows on from what I was saying about inanimate objects and how these kind of objects carry their own kind of fear, they carry their own kind of quality to them. It's almost like the elevator is taking away your control. As a game mechanic, why they put elevators in horror games is it's just a very simple game mechanic to make you feel powerless, basically. It's very, very simple. Elevators make you feel powerless, and also, if you're trapped in an elevator, that could be quite a terrifying experience. I haven't seen a game which actually does this kind of idea, but I could imagine that if you're trapped in an elevator for hours on end, that would be a terrifying and claustrophobic experience. That would be probably awful if you were stuck in an elevator for extended periods of time. And now I think about it, Dead Space 2 features elevators almost all the way through. But I think Resident Evil 4 really emphasizes this game mechanic in the scene I'm showing you, with this big monster who's hiding in the ceilings and, trying to kill you. I just wanted to point out the fact that this mechanic is used so often in horror games. If you play any horror game, there's a very large chance there's going to be an elevator and you're going to have to press the button and then you have to wait for the elevator to arrive, and then there's going to be some kind of monster that arrives predictably and you've got to run away and come back to the elevator. It's just a simple mechanic to make you feel powerless. And I really wish horror games would stop doing this, because it's just very boring and very predictable. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. You can tweet me at the Horror of VG. I'll see you next time.